happiness. Do you feel like you need to prove your happiness to other people? The happiest people rarely ever talk about how happy, fulfilled, or satisfied they are. They don't brag about their achievements or ramble about their incredible relationships. Instead, they keep their happiness to themselves. A happy person doesn't need to vocalize their happiness to make it real, because when you really feel it, happiness speaks for itself. Unhappy people, on the other hand, have something to prove. You might, for example, hear someone bragging about how fulfilled they feel in their new career. They brag about every achievement and every unforgettable experience. They repeat the same stories and tell the same lies because they want to convince the world and themselves that what they're saying is the truth. But it's not true, and they know it better than anyone. They're creating an elaborate mask, pretending to be happy, satisfied, and accomplished. But deep down, they're unhappy. No matter how hard you try, stories and lies will never bring you real happiness. No amount of bragging can substitute genuine love, satisfaction, or pride. Because every lie you tell creates more distance between the person you are and the person you claim to be. It makes you more desperate for people's approval. You may feel fragile, guilty, or dishonest, not only with the people in your life, but with yourself. Because you know deep down that the person you're showing to the world isn't the real you. Now, if this sounds familiar, honesty is always the answer. It's not easy. In fact, it's terrifying. But you must be willing to accept yourself as you are. You don't need to tell lies or invent achievements. You don't need to wear a mask because happiness isn't something you need to prove. Instead, engage with the person beneath your mask because that's the only way to figure out who you really are. Luckily, there are many ways to free yourself from the mask that you've been wearing. If you're pretending to be happy, start by telling small truths to the people who matter to you most. Give them a glimpse at the happy person that you're trying to become, because once you find that happiness, you won't need to prove anything to anyone. Your happiness will always speak for itself. Number 2, constant fatigue. Do you feel tired all the time? Do you struggle to enjoy the things you used to love? For reasons that you can't explain, you don't have the energy to be yourself anymore. Maybe you're weighed down by stress or anxiety. Maybe you have low self-esteem or feel dissatisfied with the direction of your life. For whatever reason, you feel exhausted all day, every day, almost like you didn't get enough sleep. But sleep isn't the issue. Even if you're sleeping 8 hours every night, you're still tired 24/7. Nothing feels the way it used to, and you just don't know why. Unfortunately, emotional exhaustion is a vicious cycle. You feel terrible and empty, but you don't want other people to know something is wrong. You may pretend to be happy, so no one knows how much you're struggling, but pretending to be happy doesn't make your problems go away. In fact, it makes those problems even worse. Now, you're not just tired and empty, but you also feel dishonest, ashamed, and guilty. You may feel like a failure. You may be angry at your own choice. You may beat yourself up for falling behind. On the outside, you pretend that you're fine. You say nothing's wrong, but you know deep down that you're not the person that you used to be. So how do you overcome this constant fatigue? Where do you find the energy to be your usual self? The best way to overcome this debilitating feeling is to organize your life. You can create routines to gradually stabilize your daily life. It's going to be a slow process, but change always takes time. Like any emotional obstacle, constant fatigue isn't something you can snap out of in a second. There's no quick fix for this draining experience, but over time you can regain your energy and motivation. Try setting a consistent schedule to create a stronger sense of control into your life. By sleeping consistently, eating regimented meals, and exercising on a regular basis, you can relieve stress, boost your energy, and build motivation. Now, a routine isn't going to change your life overnight, but it does create a stable foundation on which you can empower yourself and rediscover who you are.